Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jackie, and I am forever faithful. Hope everyone is well out there. Um, I saw this and I thought, yeah, that is so true. Um, Not one scar on my heart came from an enemy. They all came from people who said they loved me. And I think this resonated with me a lot because the past week I have been dealing with these people who claim to love me, people I have grown up with, the family I was born into. And it just brought me to, really understanding who you're dealing with, the spirit behind the person, and discern whether or not they're going to go with you into the future or not. And so I'm just at that point where I'm deciding who to hold, who to fold, and who to walk away from. Now, with my experience was I experienced a lot of drama and trauma within the family, from the family members. And it just got to the point where I had to leave. I just had to completely distance myself from them for years until I could actually heal. And I see it as, like Harriet Tubman, right? At some point, she sensed that something's not right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. My spirit, my soul is desire to be free. So once she realized that she was enslaved, not only mentally, but physically, she had a plan mentally. And then she put that plan into action to free herself. Once she got to where she was safe, she was able to take a rest, a break, and then had a plan to go back to help other slaves, right? To free them. Some she was able to free, and others she wasn't, because they didn't realize that they were slaves, that they have been enslaved, and that this is the life that they've always known, and things are so bad, and Master's pretty good to us, so it's kind of hard to free them. And that's kind of how I felt. So God let me know that that I was mentally enslaved, therefore then physically enslaved, with these toxic family dynamics. And then I had to leave to heal myself, to rest, and then to get up the strength and the stamina to go back into the family fold. I was reluctant, but it was one of those things that had to be done because this is a part of my path. I had to go back because I had freed myself. I could see clearly. I knew the path. So I went back into the family fold. And not everybody was on board, okay? But those who were, we proceeded to take that path out of enslavement. And where I'm at now with these particular family members is it seems as though that they're on the path, but don't want to go any further, or even considering turning back to the place they just left. Now I'm having to decide whether to hold them close, whether to fold them, temporarily. Hey, I'm not going to win at this, so I'm just going to fold, or just to let them go altogether. So I'm like, who to hold, who to fold, and who to let go. I know I'm not the only one out there dealing with this. And at this point, I'm just like, I'm going to fold. I'm going to fold because to me right now, it's just an uphill battle, trying to get dysfunctional people to understand that they're dysfunctional, that their way of thinking is toxic, their way of being is toxic, and that their justification for toxicity is insane. So at some point, we have to realize that talking to someone, taking our time and our energy is mute. It's because they just don't get it. And I just feel like my time could be used elsewhere. So I know, again, I'm not the only one, but I'm just at that point where I don't even have the strength or stamina to even deal with these type of people anymore. I have very little patience for it. And I'm open and willing to communicate through our issues, but the issue is not everybody wants to do that. They say they do, but they don't. Because that means that real, honest conversations have to take place about experiences and things that may have happened, and people having to take accountability. And a lot of dysfunctional people won't do that. People who are open and willing to grow spiritually, emotionally, mentally, they would be more prone to take those steps. So it's just like, okay, right now, who am I going to hold close? Are only those who have proven themselves to be worthy for me to hold them close to my heart. Because I do have so many scars, and it didn't come from my enemies. It actually came from people who said they loved me. And if this is their definition of love, which is chaos and trauma, then I don't want that in my life. And none of us deserve people like that in our lives. So I'm going to just, hold the people that are really good to me close. Fold on those who it doesn't seem like that I'm gonna win this, win a soul for the light and not the darkness. And know when to really walk away, knowing that it's not gonna make a difference what I do or what I say. This person wants to remain the way that they are. And you just have to love them, pray for them, and keep it moving. It's not an easy position to be in, but as far as I'm concerned, I would rather be alone than to have people in my life causing chaos, drama, and causing me more trauma. I don't know. Anyway, so for anybody out there going through this, just know you're not alone. These are choices and decisions that must be made for our betterment, for our well-being, mentally, emotionally. I refuse to be in environments that is not loving, supporting, and honest. I'm just at that point in my life that if can't be honest and real with me, then I just don't need you. Because that means that I just can't trust you at all. Anyway, so I just wanted to come on here and just share that with you all and anyone that may be going through something similar. Just know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away. Don't feel bad. Don't have no guilt. Just pray and let it go as much as you possibly can. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me once again. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye.